Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. Today we're talking about my travel agency marketing blueprint, what every travel agent should know. Start a travel agency, they said. It'll be fun, they said, until you start peeling back that onion and realize, oh my gosh, how am I gonna get leads? This is a lot more complicated than I imagined. And a lot of times that's because people don't realize you have two jobs as an agent. You have to learn how to be an amazing travel agent and how to operate in this online marketing space, which means being able to market to online consumers. So today I am sharing my travel agency marketing blueprint, what every travel agent should know. So if you want to stop wasting time on ineffective marketing, get a strategic marketing plan in place, avoid marketing mistakes that could cost new agents thousands and do cost new agents thousands, and make more money on every sale and reach more clients overall, then stay tuned. And real quick guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell because every week we put out new videos to help you grow your travel business. So let's get started. So guys, if you're just joining for the first time, I'm Cyndi Williams. I started in the travel industry way back in the 90s. I was just a baby straight out of travel school after I went to high school. Sold my first million my first year as a travel agent, and I have loved travel ever since. Today I run and operate my own award-winning travel agency, and I'm also the CEO of Careers on Vacation, which teaches people how to launch, grow, and supersize portable, profitable travel businesses. And I always like to say I share a fun travel mug and cute earrings. Today, I think I got these in Florida somewhere, and we're doing Bambi today. How cute is that? So, you know everything there is to know about me. Let's get started. All right, first thing to know before, on the blueprint, first thing you need to know on the blueprint is there's a preparation period to marketing. What does that mean? Before you just start throwing stuff out there on social media, there's a few things that you want to consider to prepare to market. And the good news is, this comes as a surprise, especially if you're an aspiring agent and you're like, how do I get into this industry and is this for me? I'm gonna give you some great news. You can take the weight of the world off your shoulders. You don't have to sell the whole world. The entire world is a giant place, right? The good news is you can niche a travel business or focus on things that you have a passion about, or even that you've been to, that you've traveled to. So you can start there and grow your business. You don't have to sell the entire world to start in the industry. So think about, what are you passionate about selling? What are you excited about? If you were going to a coffee shop with like your best friend and they were like, I'm thinking about going on a vacation, or I want to go here, what would be the one you would be most excited to talk about? Maybe it's Disney, maybe it's all-inclusives, maybe it's Europe, maybe it's wellness travel. I don't know. Whatever that thing is for you that just kind of, you know, gives you that spark, that's where you want to start with your travel business. What are you passionate about? And does it make sense to make it a niche business? Do you want to focus on just that type of travel? I work with agencies that just sell Disney. We work with agencies that just do cruises, that just do international travel, that just do wellness travel, that just do corporate travel. You can niche a business in any way, shape, or form. So think about that, okay? And then, do you want to add anything to normalize cash flow through the year? I always add this in because although you can have a niche business that focuses on one thing, this year, beyond all other years, has taught everyone a valuable lesson. This is something I've been consulting on for years. When we teach our marketing strategy in our Careers on Vacation Mastermind, we talk about, if you're going to do a niche business, are you going to have a lapse in cash flow? What are some other things that you could fit in to make sure that you have recurring income coming all the way through the year? That's really important because guess what? When Disney shut down, those businesses that were just doing Disney and they weren't selling other things, there was a bigger impact to them. Or cruises, right? So those agents now are having to reshift and pivot their businesses and add things in that maybe they're not trained for. So they're all training, adding things in so they can get some income into their business. But if you think about it at the beginning, or even if you didn't and you're like, oh my gosh, I normally sell cruises and now I have to adjust, It's okay. Take a deep breath. This is a very resilient business. There are other travels being sold right now. If you were in one that was impacted, just modify your marketing going into next quarter and sell some new things, which is why you're probably watching this video, which is awesome. The other thing is understand who your ideal clients are. Okay, who are you trying to market to? So those are the preparation things I want you to think about before we ever go create a post or create a campaign or do any of those things. Be clear on those things. What are you gonna sell? What are you passionate about? What's gonna help your cash flow all year long? And who is your ideal client? Who are you trying to reach? You need to know those things before you put strategy around your marketing, okay? Now, let's get into some actual tangible steps you can do for your marketing. Next thing on the blueprint, number one on my list after preparation is create a seasonality calendar, okay? So what's a seasonality calendar? Cyndi, this is new. This is something I've been doing in my business over 10 years, and something that you'll learn. Like, I worked for a marketing travel company when I was in corporate, and so these are things that are kind of known in the big leagues, I'll say, that the home-based agent doesn't think about doing. But think about, when should you be selling to give your clients the best space, you the best rates? You know, no one wants to get that call with like, I'd like to go on a vacation in 2 weeks and it's Christmas break. Like, you don't want to take that call. It's not a good call, right? So what do you want to do instead? You want to be selling that trip in summertime, or dependent, I mean, your seasonality is going to be different in terms of, like, for African safaris, for example, you need to book those almost a year in advance to get into some of the best ones. So you have to do a little bit of research, but think about the seasonality of the things that you are going to sell. What is their high season? When do people travel there most? And then back it up X amount of months based on when you should be selling them. If you're experienced, this is going to be a little bit easier than if you're new. If you're new, do a general guideline of at least 4 to 6 months in advance. Should give you a pretty good buffer for most destinations, until you get into like certain things that sell out, like Alaskan cruises and things like that. But that'll give you a good place to start if you're brand new, okay? So think about when that ideal window is to be marketing, and guess what? Big surprise, market when you should be booking it. Your life is gonna be easier. Your clients are gonna be able to get space and better value for the money that they're spending. And once your clients learn to trust you and say, this is the best time to book and this is when I recommend we kind of secure that vacation, they're gonna trust you for years to come, which is amazing. So once you decide on when those times are, you want to create a calendar of what you should be marketing when. Okay, so I do this in Excel. If you're not an Excel person, you literally could write this out on a piece of paper. I'm a big fan of good enough is good enough. Like, write it out on a notebook. I don't care. But what each month, what are the things you should be selling each month of the year? Okay, that's where you start with your strategy. One of the things I want to tell you not to do is push out supplier stuff all the time. This is something I see all the time. People are like, Cyndi, which one of these supplier things should I push out? Should I be pushing out everything? Here's the thing, guys. There's not a lot of strategy behind that unless the supplier is like, here's where it would be a good thing. Like Disney dining, for example. When Disney drops dining, yes, you're gonna share that, because especially if you're a Disney niche business, you're like, Disney dining's available, call me for details, right? But if you don't sell river cruises, why are you gonna push out that promotion? Or you don't sell different things, or even if you do sell it, a lot of times if you look, you have to be really careful. Some of those supplier ones, it will link them back to videos or different places where they can either get the special, or it links them to their YouTube, and now they've gone off of either your social page or your website or wherever you are. So I'm really careful. I'll plug a supplier promo in if it's on my list of things I was supposed to be marketing this month anyway. If not, I don't let suppliers dictate how I market to my clients. I know my clients really well. We have them bucketed and segmented, and we're really smart about our marketing and how we do it in our agency. And it's also impersonal, right? Like, they can find that stuff online, and does it build any type of connection with you? So I want to caution you against supplier promos. I see a lot of that going on, and I would say go back and look at the results that you're having on that, and if they're lackluster, revert to more of a strategic plan, start to go down this road of having a real blueprint process in place. So number 2, I want you to decide on the types of marketing that you're going to do. Here's the thing you'll hear me say it a million times in these videos. Diversify your marketing. Don't just pick one and go after that. But I want you to think about what types of marketing you are going to engage in. Are you going to do social media marketing? Are you going to, Instagram, Facebook, some of the different platforms, YouTube, Twitter? Which ones are you already active on, right? It would be easy to kind of get in there if you know it. Start with the ones that maybe you already know and kind of build from there. But are you going to do social? Are you going to do email campaigns? Are you going to do email marketing? Okay. Are you going to have a video strategy? Right? We talk about that a lot. Video strategy works really, really well if you know what you're doing on that one. So think about incorporating video. Email campaigns. I think I mentioned that one twice. Yes, I did. I had it in here twice because it's that important. I had email and email campaigns, but it's all good. You guys get the idea. Do you do direct mail of any kind? Are you going to participate in any events? So I'm not saying you have to do all of these things. In fact, I think it's better if you are really, really good at 3. Kind of start with 3, diversify at least to that amount, than trying to do everything. I have so many people that will like put up every single social media page, but like, are you gonna get clients from Snapchat? Like, I can tell you no, because we do testing and we do all this strategy. We spend real money, you guys, on marketing to figure out what works. And there's ones that are better than others for our industry. At a minimum, social wise, I'm gonna tell you Facebook, Instagram, YouTube all day long. Those are things that we teach our Careers on Vacation mastermind clients how to optimize on those channels and build a strategy. But those are my top ones that we participate on. We do some of the others for testing, and some of them do have results depending on how you're doing different things. But think about what ones do you want to spend your time on, because you do have to learn about each of those platforms. You have to learn what works best. You have to test, and trying to do it on 9 platforms is crazy. Like, you have to test one at a time and have a testing period, which we're going to talk about in a second. So quick question for you guys. What is your favorite place to market right now in your business? Free or paid? Tell me in comments. I'm just curious. I would love to hear, and let's all share with each other how everyone's marketing. I'll go down later and put my my #1 top place to market in there as well for you guys. And it is one of the social pages. Like, you don't even need a fancy website, believe it or not, for marketing. People ask me that all the time. So at any rate, from there, now that you've thought about which types of marketing that you're going to do, the next step is create your marketing plan. So I'm assuming whatever social pages that you decided you're gonna go and you're gonna create those, you're gonna get your basic architecture in place. Now what are you gonna do? You are gonna plan on your marketing plan. And again, this does not have to be like, of course, we have marketing plans that we give our clients and things like that. Even if you just go ahead and write out on a sheet, if you're just getting started and marketing's new to you, just start the planning process. Just get started. What do you want to send out when? Start with that question and start to build yourself a little schedule on where you want to put stuff out. The second thing you need to think about, though, is what is your call to action going to be in your marketing? So many times people put a beautiful picture out and they're like, oh, look at this gorgeous picture in Hawaii. Did you know that Haleakala Crater means House of the Sun? And that's their post. Nothing wrong with that post if it has a beautiful picture and you're engaging with your audience, but what do you want your clients to do when they see that post? Do you want them to book a call with you? Do you want them to follow your page? What is your objective with that marketing? Marketing should always have a clear objective and strategy behind it. So when you are building this plan, besides planning it, decide what are my main call to actions going to be when I'm marketing? What do I want to ask people to do? Right? If you're new to marketing, that's like a small thing that can make a huge difference, all right? The next thing you're gonna do after you plan and make those decisions is now you need to source your creative. So finding things like pictures or videos or branding things with your logo, those are all things that we kind of touch on in other videos. So I'm not gonna go super deep into that because this will be like a 4-hour video, but you need to source the content that you're going to use. So that's the next step to kind of get that started. And a reminder, don't do the thing where you find a pretty picture and then decide what to say about it. That's not marketing, guys. That's not. I'm telling you, it's not. But I see that so much, is you find a picture and say something about it. No. What are you supposed to be selling this month? Right? We're coming up on this video is being filmed in August. So we have August, September, October, November. Nope, that's not right. July, August, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So we're in the middle of 3rd quarter right now. So going into the second half of third quarter we're going into right now, and then fourth quarter, right? October, November, December. What should you be selling from now to the end of the year? Figure it out, then go find a picture that matches what you've decided to promote during this period, right? That's what you want to do to start having some strategy around your marketing plan. So these are things, I know marketing is, oh, it's so hard, right? Because like you have two jobs when you are in this business. It's to be an amazing travel agent, and it's also to learn how to reach people in this online marketing space. Marketing is the lifeblood of your business. This is one of those things that if you're not marketing, your company is slowly dying. You can do some of the free marketing, that's amazing. We teach automation, optimization. We teach every free thing that you can do in our Careers on Vacation Mastermind. And then we also teach how to leverage paid marketing, because those are some of the things where you can lose so much money, right? So, and we're gonna talk about that in just a second too, but let's get into number 3, which is really, really important. I'm sorry, number 4, four on the blueprint today. Tracking and assessing and tweaking. Once your marketing starts to go out, you need to commit to a budget. If you're just doing free right now, that's fine, do all the free stuff. If you're going to be doing paid marketing, things like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, or if you're doing direct mail or some other things that can be paid advertising, there's a million of them out there. Whatever budget you commit to it for a testing period, which is number 2 under this category, setting a testing period. You can't test something for a week and expect it to work. Good marketing should be tested a minimum of 90 days. So even if you're only gonna do $50 a month towards a certain type of marketing or a certain campaign, commit to the $50 for 3 months in a row and then look at your results to see if it makes sense. Don't try it for a week and then decide it doesn't work, because marketing takes time to warm up, to convert, and then equal sales. And then assess your results and modify accordingly. Make sure you're tracking every client that comes in. How did you hear about us, so that you have good data to look at, and then you modify before you go into the fourth quarter of this year. What results did I have from last quarter? And then make decisions going on data. Don't, number one thing I say is, a lot of people say, well, I feel like this worked better. I'll be like, well, show me the numbers. And if you don't have numbers, the feeling, you can't run your business from feelings. If you want to really get clear about not wasting money on marketing and dialing your marketing in, you have to look at the data and how they're performing. Those analytics are everything in terms of understanding what you should be doing more of and what you should be doing less of as you move forward. So, money saving tip, by the way, don't hire a social marketing manager unless they understand our industry or they've tested substantial budgets in our industry. We spend over $50,000 a year just in testing in our industry to tell our clients what works so they don't have to spend that money, right? So guys, if you want to check out our free masterclass, I definitely recommend you do that. We go into a deep dive on the 5 shifts you need to make to grow your travel business to a 6-figure travel business and beyond. You can get that at careersonvacation.com/masterclass. It's totally free. Definitely check that out. And guys, if you've ever considered launching or growing or supersizing your travel business, consider the Careers on Vacation Mastermind. We would love to invite you to learn more about that at careersonvacation.com. Careers on Vacation is an ASTA affiliated travel program, and you get access to my team of experts, the same team that took me to 6 figures a year to 6 figures a month. And it's a self-paced curriculum with hands-on support. That's really the biggest difference in our program. You get to work with real people. It's not just online training that happens. We have real live classes, and of course you get access to me. And just check out our 75 case studies right here on YouTube of people that have done just what you're thinking about doing, growing and scaling their travel business to a level that really impacts their life in a big, meaningful, big way. And guys, I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in today. And I want to remind you, like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And no matter where you are, I wish you so much love, so much abundance. I wish you the world. Bye guys, we'll see you next time. Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out my other content to help you grow and scale your very own travel business. And also, I invite you to travel around the world with me and find out what I'm doing in my portable, profitable, award-winning travel business. Check out the videos.